Hello everyone and welcome to the Gunpla Network. I'm the Spicer and today I'm just actually talking about my favorite review or favorite thing I built for review in 2022. I've built quite a few things this year. I've built some master grades, some full mechanics, some high grades, and some other things like Kotobukiya stuff. And overall, as you can obviously see here in the video, I decided to go with the HGCE Strike Gundam. Is it as mechanically complex as some of the full mechanics or master grade things? No. Is it even got the surface detailing? No. But this is the only kit I can think of I built this year that when this question got asked to me, I thought, oh yeah, it's the Strike, 100%. It checks all the boxes. It does everything a high grade in this line needs to do. It doesn't overcomplicate itself with a lot of mechanical detailing or surface detailing, so visually speaking, that aspect is maybe a little underwhelming for some people. But I think it wins all of those points back, at least personally for me, by just being the absolute best out of any of the strikes, any of the freedoms, any of the strike freedoms I've seen in terms of proportions. The sculpt is great. Now, whether it is the most screen accurate or not, it's hard to say, but I think as a model kit, just looking at it on my shelf, without it being as big and imposing as something like the Raider or Calamity or Aegis or Buster in terms of master grades and full mechanics, it is something that holds its own. It's still very recognizable. It's got a very recognizable silhouette. It's that Gundam color scheme, and everything matches. There's not a piece on it I feel like doesn't look right. The skirt length is correct. The head is about the perfect size and shape for the body. The body doesn't feel too small. The shoulders aren't too big. It's a joy to pose. It's not overly complex in terms of its backpack. The backpack's not too heavy. None of the joints are weak because I filmed all of this with this, so and I've had this on my shelf for a few months. So generally speaking, even if you're not a high-grade person, but you're a Seed fan and you haven't built this, this has my highest recommendation of anything I built this year. It is one of the few things I will still take down off my shelf and mess with to put in a different pose. I was not irritated in terms of trying to pose this around for this video. I know I didn't go crazy with it, but still. And generally speaking, is my favorite. Now, I will say I will give an honorable mention to the full mechanics Raider and Calamity. If they were one kit, that would probably be one of my favorite kits of the year. I like the surface detailing on the Calamity, but it doesn't have the engineering that the Raider does, whereas the Raider kind of lacks the surface detailing, but it has the kind of very interesting engineered transformation. I liked the Buster. It was good, it was solid, but it didn't really bring anything extra to the table. It looks good, it has its accessories, but it is just what it is. I don't think there's any form of the Buster that would really just knock me head over heels. The Aegis is cool looking, but it has its own set of problems that I'm just not here for. The Kotobukiya Metabi, cool, looks great. I hate moving it. I'm never going to touch that thing again, and I hold that kind of the same. I'm not going to touch it. The Freedom and Strike Freedom high grades were fine. I think the Strike Freedom's probably better than the Freedom, but it's still not as good as the Strike. And then, in terms of kits, there's just nothing else that really stands out to me. I mean, I know those are kind of the last few I reviewed, because I'm just looking up at my shelf right now. But even things like the high-grade Cosmic Era Infinite Justice, or the older high-grade Murasame, they're good in their own rights, but they just don't have that same extra bit that the Strike has. Sufficient to say, I've repeated myself a lot. The Strike is my favorite of the year. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm crazy for picking a high grade over some master grades, and what your favorite kit this year has been. What favorite review of the Gunpla Network, even if it's not my video, what has been your favorite kit that you've built, and what is the favorite kit you've seen reviewed on the channel? And I'll see you down in the comments below. I've been the Spicer here for the Gunpla Network. Please, friends, do your best to stay safe and keep on building.